Hi everybody, welcome to Joe's Movie Lounge, brought to you by Midas, and we are here in the St. Louis Science Center studio at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Of course, it's Valentine's Day on Friday, and so a lot of people will be going out to see movies, and strangely enough, several of the movies opening this week are remakes of 80s movies. The least Valentine-ish of all opened on Wednesday, and that is RoboCop. The original RoboCop, which came out in '87, I think, was kind of a satire about action movies in general and about the urban paranoia that gripped America in the Reagan years. Well, 27 years later, a lot of that stuff has kind of come true, that we do have drone warfare and cops who dress in battle armor and endless surveillance of our personal data. So some of that could have been incorporated into a remake, but instead the producers of this movie kind of rethought it and made it a kind of Frankenstein movie. Like in the original, an injured cop gets recruited to wear this mechanized suit and fight crime. But in this one, the guy who plays the cop, his name is Joel Kinnaman. He's a Swedish actor who was in a TV series on cable called The Killing. He's not real expressive and real human to begin with, so when he starts to have qualms about his role as a crime fighter and missing his life as a dad and father, we don't really feel his pain. It's kind of a weak social satire. Basically, it ends up being just a big video game, a sort of Call of Duty first-person shooter kind of violent action flick with really nothing new to say about the world we live in. A bit of a disappointment, but it is Gone with the Wind compared to this movie that I saw that may be the worst movie I've seen in years, this remake of Endless Love, starring Alex Pettyfer, last seen stripping in Magic Mike. He plays the sort of strapping young mechanic from the wrong side of the tracks who falls for the prettiest girl at his high school, who's played by Gabriella Wilde. They are in Atlanta, yet both of these actors are British, so you got two pretty British people playing American teenagers, but it is the limpest romance. You wouldn't believe how bad it is. It's like a bad perfume commercial, but it really does stink up the theater. It's as bad as movies can get. My colleague Kevin Johnson saw the remake of About last night, and like several critics, he liked it. It's getting good reviews, so this may be your choice. Go see a sort of bawdy African-American update of the Brat Pack movie from the 80s, or you can do what I'm going to do. I'm going to go see the Lego movie with my wife, who happens to love Legos. So there are options out there, and of course you can watch old movies, fire up the popcorn, and just sit on the couch and watch old movies like Casablanca if you really want to do it that way. Well, we'll see you next week. Until then, this is Joe Williams for Joe's Movie Lounge, brought to you from the St. Louis Science Center studio. Over and out. Bye. Happy Valentine's Day.
Brought to you by Midas. They'll tell you what you need and what can wait. Trust the Midas touch.